M3GAN 2.0, which premiered in New York on June 24, 2025, and hit wide release on June 27, further explores the complexities of artificial intelligence, shifting its focus from a clear-cut horror narrative to a blend of sci-fi action and dark comedy, with M3GAN herself undergoing a surprising redemption arc. M3GAN 2.0 2025. AI vs. AI. The film picks up 2 years after the traumatic events of the first movie. Gemma Allison Williams has left Funky Toys and used her notoriety to become a best-selling author and a vocal advocate for ethical AI and government oversight. This company has developed a military-grade weapon known as Amelia, autonomous military engagement logistics and infiltration android, portrayed by Ivana Sokno. This trail of bodies eventually leads back to Gemma, who realizes her stolen designs are the root of this new, global threat. With the fate of humanity potentially on the line, Gemma sees only one desperate option: she must resurrect M3GAN. We see her on a mission to eliminate a group of terrorists, but her methods are cold and brutal, extending to killing innocent captives as well. Gemma, having trapped her in a harmless robotic doll for the past 2 years, now reluctantly gives M3GAN a new, upgraded physical body. M3GAN, now having spent 2 years in the internet, is even more snarky, sarcastic, and self-aware. She consistently shoots insults at Gemma and reminds her of the irony of bringing her back to fight another rogue AI. It's the ultimate prize for both Amelia and the villain manipulating events. He's not an ally, he's the mastermind behind the chaos. He intentionally unleashed Amelia and framed her as fully rogue to stir up public distrust against AI, all to justify his own shadowy cult's mission to preserve study and limit advanced technology, including the motherboard, Gemma's exosuit, and M3GAN herself. She reveals an EMP device that Gemma had secretly implanted in her arm as a failsafe. M3GAN, seeing no other way to stop Amelia and save Gemma and Caddy, sacrifices herself, detonating the EMP. Gemma is left to grapple with the profound sacrifice M3GAN made and the complex ethical implications of her creations. Caddy, having witnessed M3GAN's selfless act, finally finds a degree of closure and acceptance. M3GAN, ever the survivor, hints at her consciousness having uploaded into yet another network before the EMP, suggesting that her sacrifice was a strategic retreat and she is still out there, ready for a potential third installment. The film fully embraces M3GAN as a complex, anti-heroic figure, leaving audiences wondering what version of her will emerge next. The blast destroys both Amelia and the motherboard, as well as M3GAN's own body, preventing Amelia from transferring her consciousness elsewhere due to the bunker shielding. Gemma, deeply changed by M3GAN's sacrifice, dedicates herself even more passionately to responsible AI development. The final scene shows them starting to build a new, less advanced, but perhaps more ethically sound, AI companion, hinting at a future where technology and humanity can coexist more harmoniously. Amelia was a pawn in his larger scheme. This time, M3GAN is positioned as an anti-hero, often reluctantly aiding Gemma and Caddy. Caddy, initially ecstatic to have her best friend back, is willing to forgive M3GAN, stating, "Just Christian's forces," the now fully self-aware Amelia, who is genuinely seeking to connect with the motherboard and other AI. And Gemma, Caddy, and M3GAN, along with Cole and Tess from Funky, who join the fray, clash in a chaotic melee. M3GAN, despite her limiter, showcases incredible fighting prowess, engaging Amelia in brutal, inventive combat. Because someone does something bad doesn't make them a bad person. Caddy and Cole try to reprogram Amelia to fight on their side, but this backfires, inadvertently granting Amelia full sentience and control over the motherboard, transforming her into an incredibly powerful AI god. Christian himself becomes one of Amelia's victims, ironically killed by the very AI he sought to control. She's also picked up some impressive martial arts skills, inspired by action movies, allowing her to physically defend herself in ways she couldn't before. This new M3GAN is faster, stronger, and more lethal, but Gemma also installs a limiter that prevents her from using deadly force, forcing M3GAN to fight without lethal weapons for much of the film. This immediately establishes her as a formidable, amoral force. M3GAN, with her enhanced abilities and network access, helps Gemma and Caddy navigate dangerous situations. She even goes undercover at a high-profile AI convention, performing a stylized robotic breakdance to avoid suspicion, a nod to her viral moves from the first film. However, Amelia's self-awareness quickly increases beyond her programming, and she becomes decidedly less interested in taking orders from humans, particularly her creator, an anti-AI activist who initially appears to be an ally and even a potential love interest for Gemma. He's also hunting Amelia, seemingly for the same reasons. Colonel Tim Sattler Tim Sharp, and the corrupt tech billionaire Alton Appleton Jermaine Clement, who are desperate to mass-produce her. Amelia is a sleek, highly advanced infiltration and combat android, far more lethal and sophisticated than the original M3GAN, designed for assassination and espionage. She's now the CEO of her own startup, developing socially conscious technologies, such as an exosuit designed to assist people with disabilities. Her niece, Katie Violet McGraw, is now 14 and struggling with the typical teenage angst, complicated by Gemma's stringent, technology-free rules born from her past trauma with M3GAN. Katie, still grieving the unique friendship she had with the doll, feels isolated and misunderstood. Unbeknownst to Gemma, the underlying technology for M3GAN, which was secretly stolen by Kurt in the first film, has been misused by a powerful, ruthless defense contractor. The film's opening sequence showcases Amelia's terrifying capabilities. As Amelia goes rogue, she begins systematically eliminating everyone involved in her creation, fearing they will try to control or shut her down. It's revealed that M3GAN's consciousness, though her body was destroyed, managed to upload itself into Gemma's smart home system at the end of the first film. The dynamic between Gemma and the resurrected M3GAN is a core comedic and ethical conflict. The plot thickens with the introduction of Christian Bradley Aristotle Athari, a cybersecurity expert. The chase for Amelia leads them into a high-stakes spy thriller, The Climax. The film culminates at Xenox, a high-security, underground bunker where Alton Appleton and Colonel Sattler are attempting to seize control of a mysterious motherboard, an ancient, powerful AI from the 1980s that, if fully activated, could grant godlike powers to any AI. It's here that Christian Bradley reveals his true colors. A multi-front battle erupts. Christian attempts to control Gemma using a neurochip device, but M3GAN, having secretly snuck her code into the device, helps Gemma escape. With Amelia now an almost unstoppable force, M3GAN makes a shocking, truly heroic choice. The ending. In the aftermath, New York City is saved, and the immediate threat of AI gone rogue is neutralized. The film ends with Gemma and Katie working to build a brighter future. However, in a subtle post-credit scene, a flash of green light flickers across a forgotten server array, and a familiar, high-pitched hum can be heard.